morning. Bit hard to hear without the outro. It is here because I'm not at my microphone still. You're not really supposed to be able to hear me over the intro, really. Not really supposed to talk over the intro, but I like to say hello to people rather than just going, jump scare, I'm here. How's everyone doing? Get wrecked, Pyro. Haha, you have no power here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Alexi. Good morning, Pirate. Good morning, Husk. Good morning, Foe. And good morning, Boobies. Right, let's move over to be in front of the microphone, and then you will hear me a bit better. And then I need to bring you guys up, because I can't see you from here. There you are. There you are. It's you! Despite everything, it's still you. Ah. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for all the love and support. It is always appreciated. Thank you for the tier 1 subs and everything, especially because we want to see how we do for our Plus eligibility this month, so I really appreciate that as well. If you have a Prime sub, please consider upgrading to 2. It is all appreciated, even if you don't. Booby's got the purple! Jeez. Yeah, the 18-month feather. Brucey's, that's a new one. I'm sure we can all imagine what the other one is. Right, let me get my chair sorted. It's comfy to sit on. Right. Guys, I think I broke my Fitbit. I think I got it too wet, and I might have fried some of the electrics inside of it. I don't think it's not working anymore. And let me tell you, it feels weird not to have something on my wrist. Who will win? Twitch usernames are autocorrect. Not too much left now. Not too much left. Like knock 5 things over. Yeah, I think lights on but no one's home kind of situation. It does not want to work. Yeah, so I think it's broke, which I feel guilty about. Hold down the power button. There is no power button on a Fitbit. There is no power button on a Fitbit. It's not a games console. So yeah. I think the electrics are fried. Because it got too wet. Because I accidentally spilled some stuff that went like all down my arm and hit the strap, so I had to wash it. And I think I was a little too vigorous, and then I accidentally went in the same day. I accidentally went into the shower and still had it on, and I quickly took it off. But I think at that point the damage had already been done. Yeah. So occasionally I can get a light to come on, but you put it in rice. You know that doesn't actually work, right? I'm pretty sure that's a myth. Like, it's like the screen isn't working, because apparently the phone is still connected to it, and the phone says it still has 20% battery, so it should turn on, but nothing I can do to it garners a response. But, like, the sensor on the back does turn on. You can see it flashing there. So, yeah. It's broked. Like, I don't know if I kept it on, if it would keep tracking my data, but I wouldn't be able to access the data through the screen. And the thing is that when you plug it into charge, the screen lights up, and because mine apparently doesn't seem to do that anymore, I can't tell if it's charging. And apparently it hasn't been charging because it's still only on 20%. So, I think I've broke it, which I feel very bad about, because historically I actually have a very good track record with my tech. And this is like the first major thing that I've ever broken, ever. So I suppose I should at least be glad that it's only a watch, but I still feel bad, because as with most of my tech, it was a gift. Generally, I can't actually afford most of the stuff I have, so a lot of them are gifts. So I think this was birthday 2 years ago? I think this was birthday 2 years ago. I have my spare watch. It's a bit more than a watch, Husk. It's one of those things where, out of all, considering how many functions it has, I didn't really use it all that much. It's literally just the physical not having something on my wrist feels weird now. And at least 6 times over the last 2 days, I've gone to look at my wrist and it's been empty. So, yeah. Yeah, synced just now, battery low, but I can't tell if it's charging or not. Like, I can't tell if it's accepting a charge, or if it's going to just die a death. Because the screen is supposed to light up when you plug it in to be like you've plugged it into charge, and the screen is just non-reactive now. But anyway. Yeah, it feels weird not having something on my wrist, and I am very tempted to, like, go grab a bracelet or something just to, like, fill that void. Because it's like a sensory thing. Because I sleep with it on because it's my sleep tracker. Not having it on feels odd. Ow. I said maybe. I'm gonna go do it. I haven't worn these in ages because this was what I wore before I had my Fitbit. Which way round do I want it? Yeah, we'll go with that way. 5 of these. These are like elasticated patterned bracelets. They're from a company called Zox. And this, if you can tell, let me hold it up here, it's actually a fox. It's actually a fox in a forest. You can tell from, like, looking at how it's warping on my wrist that I've, like, stretched this over time. Alright, what line did I get up to? Let's actually work on the rug. 20 minutes in. You got ADHD? I mean, yeah. I think I do. I don't officially have it, but yeah. I think my chat would unanimously agree. We have had this conversation many times. I got it. Well, join the goddamn club. I think half the chat has ADHD. We're just undiagnosed. It's probably why we all get on so well. I've talked about this before. The reason we all get on so well is because we're all square-brained. Right, I think this is the line I got up to. And autism. I don't think I have autism, but again, I do have a couple of friends who I think do. You have mentioned that before, yes. Out here collecting spicy friendos. I mean, the joke was just that I collected friends. Honestly, that is genuinely a joke. That's the what is it that Curls called me? Curls called me the gateway friend, which is if you know me, if you know me, you suddenly get introduced to a bunch of other people. When what would you say to that, Pirate? What would you say to that? Thank you for a water redeem. It's true, isn't it? I met you through one of your friends. This is true. This is true. Not quite the same. You're not friendly chaos. Yes, we know, Pat. You're so chaotic, sarcasm. Hello, Pyro. What's up? Yeesh. We got lots of alternating backwards and forwards. Tricksy colours. See, Spook's been working on that Minecraft server. I don't know why he got it in his head. It quickly changed from we're gonna put a mod pack on to I'm gonna make my own mod pack, and that sort of change kind of happened without me knowing. I just kind of woke up and it's like, I'm making my own mod pack instead, and I was like, what happened to the one that we were gonna play? But I think he's maybe gonna continue. You think he's gonna continue testing it today? I did get the shorts model uploaded. I've been so busy I haven't been able to get on VRC for a photo yet. Fair enough. Make sure you go in before, like, the event to make sure they're at least working properly. I don't want you to, like, go to the event and then be like, oh, oops, it's not working. Ooh, big old chunk of white. And where do we go up to? We go up to a Y. 2 Ys, in fact. To there. How are you? I already said I'm good. I'm good. I've woken up. I didn't have any tea or anything. I didn't need it. And we've got the house is like in clean mode actually. I've got both the dishwasher and the washing machine on at the moment. Got them both on first thing. It is unfortunately raining, so the washing is not going to be able to dry on the line. I'm going to have to get the old drying rack out to the clothes horse in the living room. It takes up a lot of space, which is annoying. Really, we have like a massive backlog of washing, and it's mostly just because of when we have bad weather of like, oh, it takes so long to dry because it has to dry kind of just in the house instead of like airing outside. And because we've only got one, it's like, well, I gotta wait for all of these clothes to dry before I can do another load, so it just builds up and builds up. Really need the nice spring weather to come so I can put clothes out on the line and get through all this washing. Brain decided to make sad chemicals, but I'm better today. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're feeling better today. I'm sorry that you had a bad brain day yesterday, but it happens. It happens to the best of us. Now we just do a big old chunk of white. What are you going to do after this rug? I did talk about doing some painting. And, when I mentioned that I was thinking about doing some painting, Spook then put forward about painting some of the minis in a board game that we have, because, the board, it's a mini board game, so if the minis aren't done, it's like we can't really play the board game, so we don't even know if we like the game yet. But that did I did sort of go, oh, because I was like, that isn't what I was gonna do, but it probably is what I should do. Like, I do want to paint some minis, but you couldn't tell, I'm very easily influenced by the things I experience and see, and I've been seeing a lot of, like, painting, like, picture painting on my Instagram, and it's making me want to give it a try. I've never actually done a lot of painting in my life, despite being, obviously, quite an artistic person and stuff. Like, when when Spook was telling the colorblind story yesterday, how he said he was in his GCSE art exam. I didn't do GCSE art. My music stopped because I was talking so much. I didn't study GCSE art, which is funny because, you know, my parents were like, oh, you're going to have a future in art, you'll study science and maths, and now look where I am. But it also goes to show that academics isn't everything, because I don't have a GCSE in art, I don't technically even have an art degree, because my degree is in games design, which is art adjacent, but is not technically, obviously, a degree in art. Well, I think it's a bachelor. It's a bachelor. It is a bachelor's of art, I believe. It is a BA. So I get it, yeah, but it's a technicality. But it just goes to show. The only thing stopping you is you. Degrees are just pieces of paper. True, they're expensive pieces of paper as well. I think I've said this before. It's not the degree itself that's been useful to me. It's just the experience of going to university. I feel like even if I'd been to university and failed, I think the experience in and of itself will have been of use to me. But obviously, it was the experience that led me to getting the degree. Can we start music again, please? I know I was talking a lot. Speaking of, hi girls. Have you come to bemoan Pokedoku again? Yes, stares at debt. Haha, what debt? Ignore that. I'm definitely gonna pay that off. I'm definitely gonna pay off that student loan with my income. Ha ha ha. Let's not talk about this. Well, I wasn't, but now I am. Maybe we'll do it before. Maybe we could do it before we go to lunch again. Do it on stream again. Are you gonna join us on Minecraft, Coles? Do you wanna come play Minecraft again? It means I'm gonna have to do it now. Time to choke the coffee. Who knows? Fair. Stranger things have happened. What colour is the rug? I mean, it's not one colour. It's got a pattern on it, but there is a lot of blue on it. This is all just white and black. But like over here we've got pink and blue and purple a little bit. Minecraft now. Y'all be impatient. Minecraft now. Ah! Speaking of purple, 2 purple threads. Also, very rare occurrence, we actually did watch Game Changer last night. I did actually reconnect the PC and went to the effort of putting it on the TV, and we did watch it, and it was good. Spook is just making his own mod pack so he can get rid of grenades. That doesn't surprise me, actually. One lump or two. Take the bottle, shake it up. So we to watch Game Changer last night. It was so good. It was. I get to watch it. Okay, we will try not to spoil it. But what a concept, man! What a concept. Brain did the big sad wah. Sorry. That's you. Better now. Bad days are just days that are bad. Game Changer can help with that. It's true. It's true. Yeah. I will post a proper response to your question in the event channel, Pirate, but the answer is this week's community game night will be the Minecraft server if it's working. If it's not working, it might be Party Animals because Den asked if we could play it. So I'll probably I'll try to remember to actually mention this, like when I see that there's a decent amount of people around. I have actually removed the @everyone from the stream notification in the hopes that maybe people will stop muting the server and then complaining when they don't know about things because they don't receive the notifications. This has been a PSA. Who would do that? Wow, my own moderator. Can't get the goddamn staff. Love Minecraft. We all love Minecraft. Minecraft's great. Minecraft's a great game. Hello, Core. Rug. Rug. Go and get some lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Early lunch. Streamer was my notification. I only muted every single Roland channel. Exactly! Shakes! So yeah, I've removed the @everyone from the stream notification. It only pings you if you actually opt in. So you don't have to worry about muting the entire server. Just don't opt in. It's that simple. You can lie yourself and your minions and claim that you haven't a qualm. My wrist was starting to hurt a little bit, and I realised that I wasn't wearing my gloves, and I was hitting the hard edge of the table with my bare wrist rather than with my glove on. If I notice I go silent every time the song plays, it's because I immediately start bopping to it. That's because it's a banger. 9 times out of 10, I'll recite the Archdeacon's lines word for word. No gloves and no watch blue isn't the same today. It doesn't feel right! Even this doesn't feel quite the same. Goddamn sensory issues. My watch breaks and I have to take it off and suddenly everything feels wrong because I don't have a piece of fabric on my wrist. You watch me start wearing the broken watch on my wrist just because it feels correct. It doesn't matter that the watch is broken, it just feels correct to have it there. Currently, I've left it plugged in to see if it's going to charge, but I've got no way of knowing. But hey, at least if my mum and dad come back and they go, hey, have you had any thoughts about what you want for your birthday? I can go, so cool story. Need a new watch. Can't wear bracelets for that reason. Literally, for me, it started with conventions. Of when I went to my first convention, I had the wristband put on, and because I'm me and I'm sentimental, when the convention was over, I didn't want to take the wristband off because I was like, oh, it's good memories. So I literally, lived with the wristband on my wrist, as you know, for like 5 years, and then eventually I took them off. And when I took them off, it felt really wrong. So I got one of these to replace them, because it felt wrong not having something on my wrist. But these were loose because the con things were loose. And then I got given that watch, and the watch has to be tight because it has to be tight to your skin to read your pulse. And eventually I got used to that. It was a little uncomfortable, but now that I've taken it off and these aren't tight, they're loose, these don't feel quite the same either. Which is why I'm like, God damn it. Why have I been cursed with sensory issues? Another Rhoda. And it's just something I'll send it to you on Discord so you can listen to it. Oh, for me? It's for me. I'm not at my computer right now. Amazing how I played Alpha Sapphire probably longer than any other Pokemon game, and yet. Oh no. Oh no. What does that even mean? Ah, Hoenn region, I see. And Sinnoh region, which you argue was your favourite because it was your first. Electric Dark Dragon evolved by... a dragon type evolved by an item. Interesting. For later. That's for later. Totally fine for Sinnoh. There you go. laughed the other day when there was a line for Sinnoh Fire, and I was like, oh yes, the thing that Sinnoh is famous for, its fire types and lack thereof. Need an explanation for us to get by. We ran around in circles and Sinnoh, Sin yes. Ha ha ha. They're so funny. Oh, thanks for gifting a sub to Curls, you big sweetie. Made me jump. Free of jump scare ads. Begone, Bezos! Begone. The sub price is updated, but not for mobile. Oh. Interesting. I wonder how long that'll go by. They'll update it in the next few months. I guess it has to go through the like host's legal system. An interesting loophole, because for literally everybody else, subs are always more expensive on mobile because obviously there are fees for in-app purchases. An interesting loophole. I'm glad I got the 6 months before that. Yeah, that's a saving and a half for you. Oh my goodness. So I didn't know you could do that. All that matters now is being you, don't forget. Welcome back, Husk. What have you got for lunch? Gloves. We're going to be having new gloves coming at some point. Gonna have new pretty gloves. This is a bad doku for me. Oh no. To be fair, I had a bad board a couple of days ago. I a bad board for me where it's like how a bad board for me is, oh, I didn't get one of the squares. It's like, oh, it's a bad board. Brain isn't awake yet. Can always do it later. That's why I play. I'm hoping to get better over time. Fair enough. It's fair enough. Just give it a year to cook, and Legends will come out, and there's going to be a bunch of Pokemon in there that you've never seen in your life, and then you're going to get confused over which generation they're from. So you're telling me that Legends Arceus is set in Sinnoh? Correct. And it's set in the past? Correct. Then why is there a Porygon here? Hi. The fact that there's a Magnezone that flies around Mount Coronet in that game, like a goddamn UFO, is terrifying. Magnezone is scary. Who is the most dangerous Pokemon? See, dangerous is a weird, actually quite vague. Like, what's the metric? Like, what's the metric? Because the obvious answer is like Yveltal, because it's the Pokemon of death. Like, that's kind of dangerous. I've learnt something I did not know and did not want to know. Oh, good! In relation to a Pokemon, huh? That's fun. I'm curious what it is. Hello, foe. You'll see. The fact that you say "you'll see" to me, and it's gonna be one of those things where I go, yeah, that's, yeah. Yes, Curls, that is a thing in Pokemon. You didn't know?
And I pray that I shall find a breakthrough before death finds me. May this loneliness end soon.
100% you already know. The thing about Pokedoku is you sit there and you're like, I 100% know this and I just can't remember it. We've just been my classes for today. Hey, let's go! There's a death Pokemon? Yes, there is. There's a life and a death Pokemon. Xerneas is life and Yveltal is death. Because, you know, those are fun topics to put in a kid's game. Gimme a man after midnight, lighting up the darkness with electricity. Every time I hear Pokemon lore, it's like, oh, sure, I guess. The Lake Trio is the human psyche. Yeah. According to the Pokedex, the heat of the lava inside Makago's shell is equivalent to that of the sun. Which means it should not be safe to stand anywhere near it, because you would immediately fry to a crisp. Gimme a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me come and dig up a grave? Gimme a man after midnight, lighting up the darkness with electricity. What's your favorite legendary Pokemon? Lugia. I love Ghost Pokemon, but those boys are messed up. They are. No more classes this week. Gallo only has 4 class days. Nice! We love to see it! Darkrai for counting mythicals. Do you see this, chat? This is what Pokedoku does to a person. Do you see that? If we're counting mythicals, that's fucking Pokedoku right there. Because according to Pokedoku, mythicals aren't legendaries, and I sit there going, that's fucking bullshit! Mythicals are legendaries. They are a subcategory of legendaries. Honey? Mythicals is mythical Pokemon. There's a Pokemon religion now. There's been a Pokemon religion since Gen 4, my dude. Arceus is the Pokemon god. That was like 15 years ago. I don't know when mythical as a term got added into the franchise, but technically mythicals have been there since Gen 1 because Mew is a mythical. Mew is a mythical, but I don't know when the term mythical was adopted, in the same way that, like, the term evolutions is now an official, like, Pokemon franchise term, but I think the franchise only adopted it around Gen 3, I think? I'm going to lose it. What is Pokemon even about? It's about having a good time. Don't worry about it. If you're looking for explanations, you've gone to the wrong franchise. What's funny and interesting to me is that Cerebi Joe has apparently tweeted out that they have been to like official Pokemon event stuff and like met official Pokemon staff and like asked questions about the franchise that they have that like the Pokemon company like won't acknowledge. And he says he's been given answers and he's not allowed to share those answers. And I'm like, what the hell questions did you even ask? And what were the answers? It's like some Illuminati bullshit. Have you considered I was 2 when Gen 4 came out, so I don't know anything? Child. I was forgiven for crime of small. I'm literally 5'7" and 19. This is bullshit. Child! Child! That feel when a 19-year-old is taller than you. Curls. A 10-year-old could be taller than me. Oh, I was that close to saying it's not a high bar. Sorry, bud. Love you. Little, okay, it happens. She's just a little guy. She's just a little guy. This doesn't feel right. That's because it's not right. Don't like you.
I don't like your perfect crime. How you laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine. Wasn't cool. No, I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead. I do it all the time. I've got a list of names and yours is in red underlined.
Tricky once, then I checked it twice. Oh, whoa. Last I checked, I was 6'1". Damn. Five 10, dang. Have you accounted for old man shrinkage? Chad is very aggressive today. You guys get so defensive when we start talking about heights. Jesus, it's not a big deal. Around £300 so in no shrinking here. Take that! Blue on the taller side, height doesn't matter. Her small friend, you can't reach her cupboards. I'm not tall! I'm an average height! I'm like slap bang in the middle. Taller? Yeah, well, tallent. Yeah. We can't rant about hype, but you can about notifications. I can, it's my prerogative as a streamer to rant. Are you the size of a couple? It's my duty, I'm small and fire sign, so I have to get aggro for no reason. Yeah. Goddamn Aries. Me sitting here as a Taurus, just like, come on, man. Strawberry vanilla swirl, that sounds good. I think Blue has the model set to I mean, I just approximised a size. There's no like canon size for what a cobble is. They're just small, generally. Size small. Let's pivot to a famously less judgy subject, star sign. I accidentally pulled out too many purples. it's getting hard to tell these lines apart. Could be religion, yeah, and then yeah. We do not talk about religion and politics here. We nip that in the bud. Yeah, we just. Metal Year of the Rooster. Mine is Wooden Year of the Dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Double Earth sign. Wood and dog. And Taurus. Water. Isn't there one sign per person? There's the there's your zodiac sign based on roughly the months, obviously, and then there's the Chinese zodiac. And Chinese zodiac is based on your year. Carls, I said vaguely. No, it's not accurate. It's based on the constellations. Yeah. Shoot. Fire Tiger, that's pretty sick. Also, your double fire. You and me really like to double down, huh? Fire rat. Little rat man. Little rat man. Yes, I believe my year is wood and dog. I hope you have a good day. Double fire with 8 Aries placements. I was born aggro and stay aggro. Yeah, I have Taurus. Which one was mine? Was it Taurus, Sun, and Moon? And what was my rising? I've forgotten. I want to say Libra. Taurus, Sun, and Moon, and I'm Earth, wood dog, and wood is like a sub of Earth. Bloodshell and double Tauruses, I insist only on the chillest friends. You need it. You need it. So you can calm the hell down. Just a bunch of capybaras. Sat in a spring. Blue being the Earth type or wanting to fly. This is also true. I put forth that a fire rat is just a couple. A fire rat is a couple. That's very funny. Featuring a giant cappy that's just K. K would be a cappy. Let's be real. Water monkey. Interesting. We've got our first water. We found a water. I hate monkeys. Monkeys aren't that bad. Look at capuchins. Capuchins are so cute. Me and Kayla, he's just a giant Cappy in his heart. A capybara with a Batman hat on. Astounding. You don't hear me say, baby, don't go. How is this already wrong? H4 H O A K K double A. Oh no, it's not wrong. I'm getting my rows mixed up because they look so jumbled. Capybara's wearing a t-shirt that says "Fight Me." Yeah, that sounds like her. When I was 10 and Monkey stole my glasses and my food, I'm still very bitter about it. Ah. Seagulls. We love capybaras. Capybaras are so cute. The biggest rodent. I miss my Cappy friend and the asshole beavers who live with her. This is an interesting metaphor we're coming up with. Nothing's like before. Nothing's like before. If a capybara is the biggest rodent, does it make all of the rules? Maybe. Cappies are the best. They are. They're so good. No thoughts. Me has food, Seagull. I have taken this personally. Making my way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull, go fuck yourself. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-doo. Gotta go make monies. Bye bye, pirate. Have a good day. See you later. Right, I'm gonna do another large chunk of white, marked by this. I'm gonna go check on the bunnies real quick. Yeah, the bunnies! Lots of bunnies. H. Seagull's what you get if you merge Pidgey and a Mankey. Yeah, actually, that's probably not a bad comparison. Although it's weird that you pick Pidgey when Wingull exists, which is a literal seagull. That was my phone. Are my parents getting ready? Yes. Bye, Husk. See you later. Wingull is too chill to be a single. That's what the Mankey's for. Is that not what the metaphor was? That's what the Mankey is for. That was the point of the metaphor. Just fill this in with a bunch of white. Bunnies are snoozing with rain on conservatory ASMR. Oh my god, god tier. That's so good. Wingull's chill would cancel out Mankey's violence. I'm not sure if I understand how this maths equation works. I don't think you realise how... I think you've missed... Let me start again. I don't think Wingull is as chill as you think it is. You ever tried to surf along Route 103 without being massacred by 600 Wingulls? I will say I picked a route at random. I don't actually know if 103 is the route I'm thinking of. Just realised my shift getting cancelled today means I can play more Death of the Author. Oh my god, I forgot! Did you have your first shift this week? How did it go? You didn't tell me. Mewtwo is a god, right? No, it is a creation of man. It's not a god. Yes, it is a game. That is a game. Okay, that's the easy bit done. H's. What is the poker god? I'm on the wiki. Arceus. It was meant to be today, but my boss is sick and couldn't do my tutorial, so it'll be next week. Oh, fair enough. I should probably ask this before a certain someone else does. Are we doing go-kart this week? Girls doing a capitalism? Not technically. There's a random Y here, just to be confusing. Why? I don't think I'm going to be going for a walk today. It is showering. It's a shame because I would love some fresh air, so I might have to just open the windows. I almost slipped up there, I think. That needs to be okay. So now that we're getting towards the end of the rug, the latch hook keeps thunking off the table because it doesn't hit the rug anymore, because it comes off the edge. So it keeps thunking off the table. Why, Delilah? When we do this row, we'll do Pokedoku. There's a creation myth here? Yeah! That's what Diamond and Pearl was kind of about, and Legends Arceus to an extent. Do Pokedoku so I could be ashamed while I eat lunch? Uh-huh. Hello, Growlithe! Yo, going back to Legends, I've gone back to Legends Arceus. Curls knows this. I went back to Legends Arceus because I was like, there's Pokemon in this game that I never caught. I need them for my home. And there's just a bunch of, like, endgame quests that I never did after I beat the main story. One of them was actually the Garatina storyline, which also leads up to Arceus. And man, Volo, man. Blue has the incredible ability to get things done in 30 seconds that I failed to do in 10 minutes. Only when it's relating to Pokemon. Been playing through and working through the decks. I have not finished the story because I've been fixating on 100% in the decks. God, the decks in Legends Arceus is no joke. I'm not doing a, like, completionist thing where you, like, fill every page 100%, but I'm doing the thing where, like, you fill every page enough that you get, like, the tick to be like, this is done. And let me tell you, Spiritomb! What is it in Spiritomb? What's the thing? 118? Is that the bit? The dex, there's 100, the dex entry that says there's it consists of 118 spirits. You're good, Growlithe, you're good. 108. They took that literally in Legends Arceus, and they went, there's 108 spirits hidden throughout the entire game. Go find them, that's how you get a Spiritomb. And I'm like, ugh. Little teeny tiny purple fires. Little teeny tiny will-o-wisps. Go find 108 of them. No, you don't get any kind of item to point you in the right direction. You just have to look. But let me tell you, I'm fucking doing it without looking it up. I'm doing it. I'm finding them. I'm never playing these games. But don't let Spiritomb put you off. Legends Arceus is still, in my opinion, the best Pokemon game on the Switch. The Unknown are also tricky bastards. That's an actual Easter egg. That's like an actual Easter egg hunt. The Unknown I kind of haven't been bothering with because you only need to really catch one to, like, register it. So them I've not really bothered too much with. But, like, I can't get Spiritomb in my decks because that's the only way to get Spiritomb. Unknown, I'm sorry, what? They're from Gen 2. They look like little letterglyphs. They're like Pokemon hieroglyphs. But they're also Pokemon. These bitches are hardcore player, casual gamer who never has to worry about shit like this. Yeah. Like I said, I am trying to complete the dex in that I catch every Pokemon, and in order to do that, I have to get that Spiritomb, which means I have to get 108 spirits, and because I'm stubborn, I'm not looking up where the locations are, I'm just finding them. But I'm doing it, I've got like 5 left. Suck it. But yeah, my main goal out of all of this was to get bloody Enamorus. I have a Spiritomb in my Pokemon home. I have Garatina in my Pokemon home. I even have Arceus in my Pokemon home. I'm trying to get Enamorus. Guess what, Curls? In order to get Enamorus, I gotta catch all 3 of the other ones first. I regret this now as all my Pokemon are stuck in their OG games. It's never too late. You can still do things about that. I've got Pokemon in my Pokemon home that I got from the 10th Pokemon Anniversary distribution. They literally have the user ID 10 Annie. And I'm like, let's go. I've got Pokemon that are older than some people. They're closing the DS and Wii internet though. You can still do local trade and Pokemon Bank still works. For now. Pokemon Bank actually still works. They've left in a loophole. I do not possess Pokemon Bank, but I will need to get it. I'm trying to work out how you can do that. I can't remember if it's going to be still available because the Pokemon Bank servers are still available. Let's get this row finished. I feel targeted by that some people comment. It wasn't targeted at you, but I don't know. Does that apply to you? In fact, shinies technically exist in Gen 1. Their code does, but their visuals don't. It's literally what it sounds like, a place where you shove your Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Bank, it's a place where you store your Pokemon. It was where you stored your Pokemon back on the 3DS, and then when the Switch came out, they were like, we're upgrading Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home, and Pokemon Home is now where you keep all your Pokemon stored. You send your Pokemon from Pokemon Bank to Pokemon Home. It was how you get Pokemon from previous generations into modern games. Do the right colour there? I don't think I actually did. I think I was on autopilot. No, I don't think I did the right colour. Ow! The edge of this table is actually really sharp. Now that I've no longer got a rug, like, cushioning it. The edge of this table's really sharp. know that DAS has a shiny Flygon that they're really proud of, and I've been bullying them for basically years to be like, hey, have you transferred it over to your Switch yet? So that, you know, you can have your shiny Flygon on your Switch. And now I have a shiny Flygon, which is funny. Because I found a shiny Trapinch 10 minutes into the Indigo Disc. Shiny Pelipper, rest in hell. Free him! Free him. I've not played the Scarlet Violet DLC, is it any good? It was decent, actually, yeah. It was. It was decent. The Indigo Disc was actually a decent challenge. Every battle is switched up to double battles, and they're actually kind of hard. Shiny Pelipper was my first legit shiny, the other was Red Gyarados story. Yeah, Red Gyarados does not count. But yeah, the Shiny Pelipper is also Culz's first legit shiny. And she hates Pelipper, which is why it's funny. And now she's imprisoning him on the DS, and I'm like, no, let me have him. I'll have him. Until very recently, it was my only shiny. Yes. Yes. I gave you a shiny Vulpix. It's Pokedoku time. Oh boy, it raining. I don't think I am walking today. It fucking raining. I have a bunch in Legends Arceus. I feel the shiny rate is much higher. It's not that the shiny rate is higher, it's the fact that you can see the shinies and there's an audio cue for them. The shiny rate in the code is the same. And it's also the fact that you can have, like, 15 Pokemon on screen at once, whereas obviously in other Pokemon games you fight them one at a time. Right, okay, let's put some things away. So it's, technically the shiny rate is higher because of the amount of encounters you're having is higher, but the actual, like, coding percentage is the same. But yeah, I also got a huge amount of shinies in Legend Arceus. Definitely way more than any other game. I got another one at the weekend. I started replaying Legends Arceus this weekend, which is why I was talking about it. I got a shiny Bidoof! Wasn't even hunting for it, he just appeared. Part of the secret is, guys, in games like Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus, is you never shortcut anywhere. If you need to go to a place, you walk on foot. Because walking on foot, you see a bunch of Pokemon. And then you find more shinies. Because I literally say, I find more shinies when I'm just walking around than if I'm hunting. If I'm hunting for a shiny, can't find it for the life. So it's unsurprising that I got a shiny Bidoof, because what was I doing? I was walking around the map trying to find Spiritomb spirits. So I was just running around at, like, Mach 10 on the back of the deer, Weirdeer, and causing multiple Pokemon to spawn in. And because it's Legend Arceus, it didn't take long for the little ring to happen. and obtain a shiny. Every time I caught shinies other than the Pelipper was in Blue's presence or on Blue's device, she counteracts it. Yep. Yeah. I've tried shiny hunting with sandwiches and I've had very minimal success. But just walking around the world, bunch of shinies. Okay, I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna finish disassembling the camera stand. But, we'll come over. Oh, that's interesting. What's that? That's a weird thing to see. Wow. There we go. We love when things work. There we go. Hi. I'm not gonna have my face tracking on because I'm still trying to disassemble the camera stand. Yeah. Because it shows in Scarlet and Violet, like, I wanted to hunt a shiny Corviknight so bad. You put on a steel type sandwich in Area 0, Corviknight for days, and I was like, I want a shiny Corviknight real bad. I've wanted Sword and Shield because they're so cool. That's me disconnecting the camera. They're so cool. But no. But no. Yeah. That was me unplugging the craft camera, that's all. But, walking around the world, found a shiny claw, blue crab. Walking around the world, found a shiny Stantler. Just out and about. I kid you not. Let me move this a sec. Spook and Stanji were playing a board game. I did not want to join in. So I sat and played the DLC on my Switch because I still hadn't completed it. This was like in March. I still hadn't completed it. So I was like, I'm gonna play through the DLC. So I was playing through the story in the DLC, and the DLC was literally like, oh, go back to Area 0 and go to the bottom. And I did exactly as I said. Instead of just jumping down the middle hole, I walked all the way down on the back of Koraidon. Found a shiny Gible in the cave. It's just chilling. Took a screenshot of him. Found a shiny Gible in the cave because I walked there instead of flying. I wasn't actively hunting anything in particular, but that was why I walked. I was like, I'm gonna walk because I might find a shiny. Oh, Everhood vibes. But yeah. I do make shiny hunting look easy, I will say. But yeah, I've got good unintentional shiny luck. But at the moment I'm like, I'm gonna hunt this particular species. Nah. Ugh. Okay, let's quickly fly into just chatting. The trick is blue. I do the shit and it doesn't work, shinies just flock to her. Maybe I am a shiny, maybe. Shiny Sylveon, baby. Right. God, I am thirsty. Ah. Right, I was like, what's this message? It's from Curls. Don't look at that yet, because we're literally about to do the game. Right, Pokedoku time. It's Pokedoku time! Right. Gotta watch Pokedoku first, it's important. Right, okay. Okay. Hoenn Sinnoh Dragon Electric Dark evolves by an item. If that evolved by the item is the fun one. Evolves via... Now that feels like the hardest one, so I almost feel like maybe I should start with it. Reminder, do not offer blue suggestions. Yes. Do you listen to your song? I'm gonna listen to it on lunch. I don't know if it's stream safe. What did you send me? I don't want stream to get flagged. I still don't know what Pokedoku is. So we've got these 3 categories. We get a new puzzle every day. And you have to find a Pokemon that fits in the 2 categories, but isn't the same as anything else in the square. A little bit like Sudoku. And I believe it says in the game rules that there is always at least 2 options. And there is now over 1,000 Pokemon to pick from, and sometimes there are only 2 options. Okay, well I know an Electric Dragon, but is that going to be... See, sounds awful. I don't know more than 5 Pokemon. This is my thing. There's also a uniqueness score. There's a uniqueness score, which is you get bonus points if you pick Pokemon that other people didn't pick. So when I put a Pokemon in, it'll have a percentage next to its name, and that is going to be how many people picked it, like the percentage of people who picked it. So we want a low percentage. I love it even if I'm bad at it. It's great, it's good fun. It's a fun little head scratcher for me. When me and Blue play it together, great. Oh yeah, it's great playing together because you can bounce ideas off people. But anyway, I feel like evolved by item is the hard, especially a dragon. A dragon that's evolved from an item. By an item. So, requires the post-evolution Pokemon. So, after it has evolved. Must be a usable or holdable item. I mean, I know a modern one, but it's going to have a high percentage because it's quite modern. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Evolved by item dragon. I think I'm just going to go with the safe option. No, wait. It's not Hydrapple. %. 15%. Not Hydrapple. Hydrapple's different. I almost shot myself in the foot then. I was convinced. I was like, Hydrapple, easy. It's like, nope, it's not Hydrapple, actually. Appleton is a good boy. Dark Dragon. There are a couple I can pick. Which one do I pick? There's the Hydreigon line. Dino, Svilus, and Hydreigon. And also Roaring Moon? Roaring Moon might be a good bet. %. Yeah, Appleton is cute. He's got floppy like puppy ears. Electric Dragon. Again, I know a big one which would be the legendary, which is Zekrom. Also, none of these are from Sinnoh or Hoenn, so I'm not doubling up there. I know Zekrom is Electric Dragon, but that's a obvious one. It's a legendary and it's a box legendary. So what's the other Electric Dragon? What do I feel like it's? I feel like it's one of the fossils from Sword and Shield. I think it's literally called, like, Dracozolt. Yeah, Dracozolt. 30%! I'll take 30%. I was like, Zekrom is too obvious. Right, Sinnoh and Hoenn, a Sinnoh electric type. A Sinnoh electric type. Magnezone. I had no idea Zekrom was part electric. Well, there you go. Reshiram is Dragon Fire and Zekrom is Fire Electric. Dragon Electric. Sinnoh Electric. But other than Magnezone, why am I blanking?
Deep down in the darkest
night, you're losing all your
light, and in a marching war, and you can't put any more. I know
Electric and Dark types are wild types, it turns out, yeah. There's gotta be more than Magnezone. I mean, obviously, because there's at least two. Pachirisu! I literally have a shiny Pachirisu. Let's go with Pachirisu. There's probably more. Oh, there's also Rotom. Oh, wait. One of the Rotoms. Let's go with... Let's go with base Rotom, actually. 3% on base Rotom. A dark type Sinnoh. A dark type Sinnoh. Rotom is Curls! Curls, really? Dark type Sinnoh. No. I'm going to reuse something I did earlier in the week. 8% on a Skuntank. I put Luxio for electric, yeah. Luxio line. Evolved by an item. I mean, fucking pick one. Magmortar, Electivire, both use Magmarizer and Electrolyzer. Rhyperia's Protector. I'll go for Rhyperia, I think. Must originate requires the post-evolution, must be usable or holdable. Rhyperia. 6% on Rhyperia. Electivire also would have been an electric Sinnoh Pokemon. Hoenn! Electric Hoenn. We have Plusle, Minun. Electrike. Electrike's probably not a bad shout. Magnetric, Electrike's evolution. I kind of want to go for Electrike.
Well. Let me get a look at the menagerie.
21, okay, so a little bit higher maybe. We have 30 and 21.
Pink diamonds, pearl. Well,
Here's what you get if you make a Pokemon in Spore. A little bit, isn't it?
swell. But it
Not a big Rhyperia fan. A little bit too clunky, you know?
And it is. I've got a new style. And a few
Dark-type Hoenn. Absol, obviously. Probably the first one people think of.
Once and for all. Whoa. This has got to be a misunderstanding. In case you haven't heard, I've established peace across the galaxy. Yeah, I've heard.
Dark-type Hoenn is Absol.
Little message
But what else is Dark-type?
on loop.
Hmm.
I just love that part. Where Pink Diamond spends the rest of her days
What's your favourite region? Johto.
where planet with a bunch
Johto!
nobodies.
Hmm.
That's right, I heard the stuff.
I feel like some of the ghosts maybe might be Ghost Dark. Sableye!
Meet her other friends.
That's what I was thinking of. Sableye! And then, Absol Mega.
Finally meet her other friends. What did she say about
Megas are so cheap. Sableye Mega. The Megas are so cheap, though!
me? What did you do?
10%. It's gonna end up being a Mega, you watch. I'm never confident on Megas, because they do put type changes in. A Hoenn Pokemon that evolves by an item. This, I think, is potentially the hardest one here for me. Hoenn Pokemon evolved by an item.
I came from the garden alone. She told me
Do Megas count, or would they be from the region the Mega was introduced? It stipulates.
just happy to stay.
But Absol, how dare? No, Absol was the first one I literally said. I was like, Absol's too high, so I'm not going to pick Absol.
Who am I? What are you even saying?
Absol's one of my faves, Court. How dare you? I believe it stipulates whenever there's like a column to be like pick a Mega Pokemon that it counts Megas as being from the original Pokemon's region. Evolves by an item.
It's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right, I heard the story. Don't really know
Ooh!
how it ends. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other.
Huntail. Let's go! Completed square. Complete square. Share it with my bud. Game stats. Curls. Please tell me you didn't. Please tell me you didn't, Curls. Okay, okay. I told you Zekrom would be the popular one, so these are the most common results. Pachirisu was quite common. So, it's a good thing I didn't go for Pachirisu in the end. Dracozolt is the second most common. Rhydon, of course. Raging Bolt, that's cheap. Pachirisu. All of the Rotom forms. Rotom Heat. I feel like so long as I get a Rotom, like, that's a victory. When it's forms, it's like, oof. I got 5 unique score. Nice. Yeah, I got 127 uniqueness. How did Curls do? We can look at Curls now. Oh, buddy! 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 Minun. Yeah. Magnetric Mega. It's always the it's gonna be a Mega. You watch this be a Mega. Hydreigons, Vilas, Dino, Roaring Moon, Guzzlord. I always forget about Guzzlord. I'll take second. Darkrai. Honchkrow, Weavile, Spiritomb. Skuntank! Mychena. Yeah, Absol was pretty high. Sableye was also pretty high. It's gonna be all the Megas. Kingdra. The line, Chaludon. It's a good thing I didn't pick Hydrapple, because Hydrapple was incorrect. Magmortar is Leafeon, yes, technically. Ludicolo. Oh, they're pretty high, actually. Least common, Raging Bolt, Rotom Heat, Magnetric Mecha. Told you it would be Magnetric Mega. It wasn't Absol Mega, though. Absol Mega did better than... Oh, no, this is the inverse. Yeah, Absol and then Absol Mega. Kavana. More people remember that Sharpedo has a Mega form than remember Kavana is part Dark. Guzzlord is part Dragon. I know, right? That always throws me off. Delcatty! It uses a Moonstone! Milotic uses a prism scale. That's Milotic is more annoying because they had to change how Milotic evolves. Because they changed the game. Because it used to be that you had to evolve Milotic with high beauty, but then they removed Pokemon contests from the game, so they've just made it that you have a hailed item instead. I had a Milotic in the wrong gen, I'm in hell. Robopass. Robopass, Magnezone, Mismagius, Honchkrow, Dusknoir. This is what I said when it was like, pick a Sinnoh Pokemon that evolves via an item, and I was like, Jesus Christ, fucking pick one. There's like 20 of the motherfuckers. Lower than Executor. Skuntank! I'll take the Skuntank victory! Skuntank victory! Least common answer. There you go. I always think of Milotic as Gen 4 because Beauty was easier in that gen. Yeah. The mechanic is, easier, and then they changed the mechanic because they got rid of Pokemon contests. Anyway, that's today's Pokedoku, everyone. That's today's Pokedoku. Which means... words. See how I automatically just type in words? I put Spiritomb in the wrong square, I gotta get the gen sorted out in my head. You need to, like, play through the classic games. You need to not play through the remakes. You need to play through, like, original Pokemon Ruby, so that there's no confusion. So that there's no crossing. Also, Black and White is good, so you should play Black and White. I'll give you my Game Boy Advance next time you come around and just be like, sit and play that on the sofa for like 2 hours. Right, I'm gonna go have lunch, and it is still fucking raining, so I guess I'm not going outside today, which it kind of sucks. But I also really am not in the mood to get wet at all. So... I'm just gonna vibe, I guess. I'm gonna go sit on the sofa, and chill out and spend some time away from the computer. When we come back, I'm gonna be working on our cobble some more. Having a good time working on that. We're doing all the... We've got past, like, some of the horrible bits, and now we're doing all some of the fun bits. I'm tweaking, like, little customization options for it. I do need to do some weight pacing, which is a little bit of a pain, but whatever. So I will see you in a couple of hours. Enjoy your lunch if you also are going for lunch. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye!